Final ending to this 10-part story of She's Always Not Here. All other parts down in comments. About a month later, I am officially divorced. Got word from the lawyer that it was entered and decreed the other day. Weird. Yes, painful. Not so much actually. Okay, sure, I got a little down for a day or two after I got the confirmation. 8 years with someone isn't trivial. But it felt more reflective than anything. Life is feeling great right now and I wouldn't change my decisions, so. I now have an ex. And we get along okay, which is good, because we have more business to finish up. The house sold, was approved by the bank on a short sale, lost a pile on the house but the bank is eating it due to my ex-wife's hardship. So honestly, we're pretty much off the hook. Shocking actually. Ducking miracle. So, this is where things are at. I'm unmarried, going into the new year and can do whatever I want. Not a bad thing. I lost a marriage, but I have my friends. And my dogs, I have work, I have my dignity, still going to the gym, and things have been going great with Red. So I have to say I'm feeling pretty good overall. He just texted me, in regard to the holidays. My parents exhausted me, they always liked you better. Then, you're my best friend, love you, just not passion compatible. I guess, miss you. I said, yeah, I know, have no idea where she's moving to. I think she's technically still at the house. Though most of her stuff is moved out now. Storage locker. Someone else's place, I don't really know, I asked her a couple weeks ago. She didn't know for sure then. I haven't asked since. She is having a hard time with this, but as far as I can tell mainly due to the short sale on the house being held up by the bank at the moment. And the buyer may back out if it takes much longer, and the bills to heat the place for another 5 to 6 months until there's another buyer. Blah. Not so much about how she caused all of this. At least not that she's told me. Friends have told me that she has cried while hanging out with them recently, so. She must have some considerable difficulties emotionally as of late. Should kill me to know that, but it's more of a crick in my neck. I had my time, now it's hers. Sounds harsh. Even feels a bit harsh, but not sure how else to look at it. She called tonight to say she might have to file for bankruptcy if the bank doesn't approve the short sale soon. If it's a foreclosure situation, she said she might as well go all the way and erase some of the debt, credit cards, medical. With bankruptcy. Found myself wondering why she's telling me all this. Mortgage is all on her credit, so her problem, though my credit score has taken a hit for some reason too. Just not like hers has. She said that this isn't her life, she shouldn't be here right now, but that she's glad it's not taking both of us down. As that would be pointless, I appreciated that, but felt she was expecting an I'm sorry from me. I was conscious not to say anything of the type, as I did nothing to be sorry for. So found myself saying wish things weren't this way for you. Anyway, yeah, it's hard for her right now. She'll be fine though, kind of. She's so detached from her feelings that I wonder if she'll find a way to bury them for the rest of her life. Never any remorse, so odd to me, but I know I'm not the only one to deal with a wayward like this. But that's why she's my ex. I guess. A month later, XW texted this morning. Her boyfriend was caught Dewey last night as they were coming home from a night out. She woke up at his place this morning and started drinking and was fishing for a ride back to the marital home, where she technically still resides while it's in the process of short sale. She said she has not been living the high road lately. Apparently, her friend Poole was tapped out today. I just told her sorry to hear that, and to please take care of herself. Karma bus coming down the road, as much as she deserves this. It's still hard to watch her crash and burn, but it's not my job to fix it for her. She'll be fine, prob just a bender. She's feeling sorry for herself and not taking positive steps to fix it. Hope she changes that soon, for everyone's sanity. Quick update, I'll be moving the last of my things from the house later today. The short sale is approved on the house. Closing on Friday. I have to write a sizable check for my half of the short sale settlement, as is my responsibility as original deed holder. But other than that, it's done and out of my hands, and it's a very liberating feeling to be cutting this tie with XW and my old life. Now our only real ties are the dogs, and that's minimal, as they are mine now. Was overfilling a dumpster with XW the other day in prep for the move, and we got along just fine. Good to be able to do this stuff without anger or insanity from either end. 2 things. She told me she's having health concerns, racing pulse, dizziness, shakiness, etc., and thinks it's related to her drinking, which has been at an elevated level for some time. it doesn't sound like she's seeking professional help, but has been going through withdrawal when she tries to stop cold turkey. If nothing else, I guess it's good sign that she's starting to talk about it as a problem. Let's see if she does something about it. Hope so. She finally asked how I found out my evidence, out of the blue, and totally casual with no anger. She just said so. Did you hack my phone then? I just said nope, silence, then I said, do you really want to know? To which she then said no, and then yes. I thought about it for a sec. Would this be helping her cheat in the future? But finally figured at least I'd give her a little peace of mind that I'm not spying on her still. Told her that her phone or computer were never compromised, but that texts don't really go away when you delete them. She stopped me and said she didn't want to know anymore. So she still probably doesn't know that her backup drive sunk her fantasy world. Whatever. Not sure if that's worth mentioning, but after 6 months she finally asked how I busted her. She still has never technically apologized either. And I'm okay with that now. She said what she did was wrong, but that's about the extent of what I'll ever hear. I know her well enough to know that. At least I exposed, so she'll have to soul search in regard to dealing with family, friends eventually. Maybe she'll get therapy someday. I'm feeling great. Been a while since I had a rough night or did any painful reminiscing. Still doing IC though. And things with Red are going. Well, just great. New life all the way. Feels totally different going into a new relationship with the knowledge I've gained. She treats me like a king, and she's getting the best of me too. Taking it slow though. Really saw myself floating the field for a while. But maybe that's just not my thing. And why mess with a good thing? Text out of the blue from XW today. You're probably the best guy out there. Never forget it. Never settle. Not sure what to do with that. We'll respond eventually. But it's interesting to know she's at least having some realizations about what's been lost in her life by her choices. Guessing she's finding out there are a lot of wankers out there posing as potential partners. And Lord knows I'm not anywhere near the best, but I can definitely say I'm trying. Update, financial vent. Just got back from a 2-week trip to the UK, ultimately business. But a good chunk of which was pleasure. The mail waiting for me at home was not friendly. I knew the divorce would bring down some financial rain for a year or two, but until now I've been able to avoid austerity measures. Now I feel like Greece. I make a decent living, but it's getting hard to keep up without another income to supplant my rather erratically timed freelance income, deferred taxes. Oops, I was preoccupied last spring thanks to X. Divorce costs, short sale buyout on the house, ouch, storage, blah blah. IRS up my A, never thought I'd be that guy. Not really as bad as all that I guess. But it doesn't feel good. X is swimming in debt and financial destruction, but alas, I am not immune. That said, life is amazing. I'm still on top of my day-to-day. Work continues. I have my dogs. My biceps are huge. New girlfriend is such a sweet girl and brings me massive joy. Wow is the only appropriate word. She has no idea what I make, but she knows I'm under strain. I can't hide it. Nor am I attempting to, but I refuse to handle this any other way than on my own. I'm my own man, and any troubles are my own. This is all inconsequential, I guess. My point is I'm presently finding myself extremely angry with my ex for making this lovely situation a reality. Yes, she's 10 times worse off than me. But I find myself missing the comfort of a 2-income marriage, where costs are split and an acceptable support structure exists, without question. But do I wish I was still with her? Hell no. Anyway, give me a year or so of pinching and all will be well, right? Anyone divorce and get a comfy ride? If so, congrats. I have an apartment, my car, my work gear, and a little spending money. But everything that comes in is immediately owed to someone at the moment. So, since I feel I can't justifiably complain anywhere else in my life, and I don't have kids to support, will not let this affect my happiness, just my immediate comfort level. Rant complete, no response needed, just journaling. I guess, good luck, all, life moves on. Just a brief, okay, not so brief, update. It's been a year since things blew up. Posting this here because I see no reason to create a new thread for an update. Turns out the anniversary actually has affected me some lately, but in more of an introspective way. I reread much of my thread over the last few days, and it's funny, in many ways it reads to me like someone else was writing it. While reading I see so many things in black and white now that looked so foggy or confusing then. I think this is a good thing. I still hear from XW from time to time, maybe once or twice a month by text. I show these to my GF. Mostly address change, Money stuff, but all is polite and pleasant. Example, out of the blue birthday text to me, "I know this will be your best year ever." I replied a few days later to say thanks and hope all's well. She has had many ups and downs in the last year. But more downs. She has work, mostly out of town, and is able to make the monthly tax payments to me as stipulated in the divorce, so that's good. As I posted earlier, her alcohol intake upped dramatically after I left, and it was already fairly ample prior to that. It still is. She even got fired from a recent job for showing up drunk. She almost got a Dewey. And her new boyfriend did get a Dewey on a night out with her. At which point she left him behind bars and moved out the next morning. Friends are concerned because they rarely see her sober. But apparently, she has acknowledged to them that it's a problem, as well as to me in the occasional text she still sends, so we shall see. Her relationship with new boyfriend has apparently ended many times. Friends have said she is constantly accusing him of cheating, lying and being weak, but they continue the rocky road. Their business, not mine. Interestingly, she hasn't spoken with many of our mutual friends since last summer when I exposed, at all, curious. Unhealthy, though my workout regimen has certainly tamed, it was much easier to rock 2 hours per day when I had adrenaline pumping through my veins 24/7 while temporarily insane last year. It was almost mandatory then, but now I do 3 days a week, and it's less intense. I feel great, just not as testosterone ripped. Work is good, moving next month, finally getting out of the man cave apartment I rented in a hurry last September. Moving into a town home. Beautifully remodeled and spacious, I have a feeling work will soar once I get settled into a more comfortable environment. Relationship with Red is incredible, strong and exciting. We travel a lot. Our families have met, good time had by all. And we have a really good footing from the get-go. She knows my story and what it means. She's very open about herself as well. Yes. We talk about the relationship, but not much, usually. We tend to do things like rock climbing, camping, target practice at her mom's farm, road trips. And generally, talk and laugh. Okay, the loving is great too. We've passed the tests of our first few misunderstandings by actually dealing with them calmly and quickly. Refreshing, good things to come there. OMW and OM are still separated, completely, in the process of an unfortunately contentious divorce. He's not giving in on many things financial. So mediation hasn't been the smooth route she'd hoped, wishing her luck. They were married 20 years. Anyway, no real bombshells, life is great, really kind of interesting how things have panned out like so many predicted for all parties involved. To sum up, I do still have the occasional fond memory. But for all intents and purposes, I truly don't miss my old marriage and old life one bit. New life is so much better. Texted me from New York City a few months back, saying she was across the street from a familiar restaurant we'd gone to once, and that it made her sad. Then wished me well. On the flip side, I actually heard this too, text after getting fired for showing up drunk. Jesus. I cheat once and suddenly I'm Charlie Brown. Okay, not expecting empathy on that one. Look, I'm sure she regrets things, but it's still about her. It's probably only because she's bored or lonely when she does make the contact. And honestly, even though it's rare, she needs to stop. I'm in a new relationship. While it's nice that it's not venomous or hateful communication, X doesn't get to be my buddy. Far as I know, the OMW didn't expose to Om's family. Her friends know. Not sure if she told her family, just had an email exchange with her last week. We don't keep in touch by any regular means. But every 2 to 3 months there'll be an email checking in. She realized that 1 year ago was the day our WS's finally met secretly on XW's work trip. Anyway, hope he just lets her have her divorce already. And OP provided a mini story after his own ending. What would you say to a WS who is confiding in you about a recent affair? My girlfriend is out with a cousin of hers right now. She was asked for her time tonight. Figured it was something serious. Called me from the restaurant bathroom to say, first, she loves me very much, and second, that her cousin just confessed feelings for someone other than her H. Also asked if kissing OM is being unfaithful. Or back rubs, said she hadn't really done anything yet, but she couldn't stop thinking about it. Her cousin is married 10 years, 2 kids. The husband is described as controlling, kind of OCD and, to be honest, a normal if a bit uptight guy. From the one time I met him a few months back. I told her I didn't mean to call her cousin a liar. But there are good odds she's already done a whole lot and then some with this guy. reminded her my ex-W told her closest confidant friend that she hadn't done anything but was thinking about it. But the truth was she had already gone way too far before seeking advice from friends. Told her that mostly likely kissing means physical affair. Told her that cousin H is a tech guy, smart, and will find out, and he will take her to the cleaners as best he can. No matter how true the OCD, controlling issue could be. How the hell would I know? She must leave her H if she really isn't happy, or stop the affair and tell him everything and take what's coming to her. Infidelity is not the solution to an unhappy marriage, divorce is. That's the rules. That's why infidelity is so damaging. Girlfriend mentioned the controlling issue to me before going to meet her. Apparently. They've had ups and downs for years. Cousin told my GF 2 years ago that there are some times where she doesn't even like her husband for a year. Good news is it sounds like my GF is putting a strong foot forward to support her as a relative, but expressed that this kind of crap will only make cousin's life worse. Cousin is acting as if she gets it right now, which is good, of course. I've read so many stories that I have another theory. Cousin finds that Red isn't telling her congrats. Do what you need to, you deserve to be happy, right? So backs off on the confession to say of course she'll work on things. Who knows? Either way, it appears I have an awesome GF, but another marriage may be doomed. Wish I could be more hopeful, but, yeah. GF's cousin is now divorced since December. She eventually told her, now, XH, that there was someone else. He just kind of backed out and went the easy divorce route. Don't really know him. So I can only guess he wasn't all in himself when the duck. It's been amusing watching cousin introduce her new friend to the family, as everyone knows how he came into the picture. I've met him, he seems okay enough. But you know, I'm not the best guy to look to for understanding in the whole date someone you work with and ruin your marriage's camp. We'll see if that relationship holds to the standard 2 years or less for a fair partner. Got me? I'm absolutely still with new girlfriend. Honestly can't ask for a better girl. We're going on vacation this week. My ex-W is apparently doing a bit better, and she stopped attempting to contact me in a casual way. For a while there have been random texts soliciting some random response. Seems to have ended, which is good. Her girlfriend says she's finally in IC and trying to get her mess together. Apparently destroyed the boyfriend she dated after I left, and she's moved on to some self-analysis. I wish her well, but no. I don't want to play in her fantasy baseball league. She actually did ask that in February. No feelings anymore. For a while there was some pity. Finally came to a place where I didn't think of the situation from her perspective anymore. Which to me means detachment is solid and complete. Life moves on. And I wouldn't go back. And a short story too for some advice. I am a mom of a 14-month-old baby and I am currently 21 weeks pregnant. A few months ago my husband asked me for a divorce. I was in shock. I am still in shock for his decision. We've been through so much the last few years. He just got off from the Marines, started to work in a towing company, and he works full-time from 7 p.m. till 5 a.m. When we had our first baby he was deployed. He missed the birth and the first 5 months with our son. When he came back obviously everything was going to be different. I became a mother, a single mother, because even when I had the support of my family I was the one who take care of our baby 24/7. When he came back everything fall apart. Our bonding life wasn't the same. I was tired all the time and I kind of lost myself doing the same thing every day, and I push him away without knowing I was hurting him. It wasn't my intention at all, but at the time I felt so lost and lonely, and I felt he only wanted me for physical things and nothing else. I am not working right now. I am a full-time mom. I am the kind of person who likes to go out with friends, go to work, and do something new every day. So for me it was kind of hard to be a full-time mom. I love being with my son. We don't have any family here in Ka, so it is hard to find a good babysitter. I lost myself and I felt I was going through some depression. And I didn't even notice until one day my husband came to me and told me he was having issues with our bonding life. I told him that I wanted to be with him. I was still attractive to him and I did still love him. Then I realized that something bad was going on with me. I told him I was going to ask for help, and I did. Went to see my doctor and told me I was going through depression and started to take medicine for it. By then we already knew I was pregnant. Not even a month later after I start to take my medicine, he told me he wanted to get divorced. The past few months are being so hard for me, and being pregnant is not helping me to feel better at all. I told him that we should counseling. He doesn't believe in that. I talked to him about all my feelings and thoughts. I apologized for pushing him away from me. I've been telling him that everything could change in our relationship, and he's still thinking the same way. He doesn't even know if this is what he wants. He is not even sure if he is 100% sure of his decision. He said he feels lonely and lost and I am here for him to help him, but he doesn't even want my help. Please help me with some advice. We are living in the same house in separate bedrooms since August. I am thinking to move out with my family and come back to have the baby here. I just don't know what to do anymore so he can open his eyes. I truly love him and I know he loves me too, but I know he is hurt and scared and doesn't want to go through all over again. Any good advice? Today I asked my husband, why did you stop loving me? And he said to me, I don't think I will never stop loving you. So if he still loves me, why he doesn't want to work things out in our marriage? Why he is so afraid to show his feelings to me? I've been really patient and I still have faith in our love, but some days when I wake up, I feel so lonely and hopeless. What else can I do to change his mind and make him feel that things can get better for us? I want him to believe me when I said I will never make him feel alone in our marriage. When he was away, even that we were far away from each other, everything was good. I was pregnant when he left and had our baby while he was gone. I hope he is not involved with someone else because I am still hoping he changes his mind. Today I feel very lonely. Every day that goes by I need him more and more. I miss him so much. This pregnancy is driving me crazy. What I am trying to say is that with all the things I am going through, I feel that being pregnant, it is not helping me to feel better at all. I was doing good, I guess, but today I feel extremely lonely. I've been reading lately about emotional abandonment between husbands and wives, and I do feel that's what happened with us. I am the one who made my husband feel that way because of my depression, and now I am wondering if there's something that I can do so he can trust me and believe me that I won't ever make him feel that way again. He has so much going on right now that I feel like he is getting depressed. He even told me the other day, and I don't know what to do to help him. He knows I am here for him, but I know that I hurt him too deeply, that maybe he doesn't want my help. Today I went to get my ultrasound to see if everything is doing okay with our baby. We found out the gender of the baby. It is a boy, and I am very happy about it, but at the same time I was hoping to have a girl because my husband and I always wanted to have a baby girl, and it breaks my heart to know that we won't have that chance if things don't work out between us. Anyway, they found some fluid inside his kidneys, and I am very worried about it. I know it is not my fault, but I feel so angry with myself because I can't do anything about it. At the same time, I feel like I have so much going on in my life that the last thing I want is to have to deal with our baby health. He is my priority, and I hope everything goes well. My husband says everything will be okay, and he was really supportive when I told him the situation. I hope everything goes well and there's nothing wrong with our baby. A week later, so today I finally realized my marriage is coming to an end. I was with my husband giving him a massage because he is complaining about his back anyway when I done with it. I gave him a hug and he was holding me. He asked about what are we going to do when the baby born, and I said like what? And he said like how long I will stay here. I am from Mexico, so I am moving back to Mexico because I don't have family here in the USA. So anyway, when he started to say all of those things, I knew he is not going to change his decision no matter what I do to show him we can get better. I've been crying since he talked to me. He said he is sorry, but I doubt it. I still can't believe he is doing this to me during my pregnancy. Sometimes I feel he doesn't have feelings. I am upset, disappointed, and feel so sad. I just want this to be over so the pain goes away. It has been 4 months since my husband told me wants to get divorced. I can't believe is going to happen after our new baby born. The time is getting closer and I am not ready to move on with my 2 babies and myself to another country. I have so many mixed feelings. Never thought the man I love could hurt me like this, and I am so disappointed of him because he didn't even try to fight for me and his family. Breaks my heart that our babies won't have a daddy like the way I always thought, and I never saw myself without him because he means everything to me. I don't think he is sorry at all. Maybe one day I will believe him. I just want to feel good with myself and be happy. It's been a long time since my last post. I am almost done with this pregnancy. 1 month left. Yay. I've been very overwhelmed, sad, angry, and have negative feelings when I should be happier than ever. The past week and a half I noticed that my husband changed his attitude with me. I felt something was going on. I am not saying that things were good, but at least I felt him closer to me in a certain way. Last night was his day off and he told me he was going out with some friends. First I didn't believe him at all because all his friends are far away from where we live. Also, I noticed that the past few weeks he added few girls to his Facebook, and I know his new friends are from internet because he is the only mutual friend. So he went out last night while I was here at home taking care of our 18-month-old son when he had the chance to spend time with him after sleeping all day long and not seeing him at all. So when he left, I logged into our cell phone account and saw all this bunch of text messages. I knew in my heart that it was another woman, and that really made me so disappointed about him that he didn't tell me the truth. So today before he left to work I told him we needed to talk about him. He said he is allowed to go out with people since we are getting divorced, that it wasn't a date. That he didn't tell me with details of everything like who he went out with, and he said it is his own business. It is, but I think he should respect me a little bit. We are not divorced yet and all I expect from him is respect. Am I wrong? I think my love for him's still there, but I am more hurt and disappointed of him that I believe divorce it is the best for myself. I feel so stupid because I keep thinking things will work out for us, but now I am more hopeless than ever. I feel so lonely and lost. I don't know what else to do. A month later. So, my husband got a good job that he wanted for so long. He is leaving on Monday for 25 days. I am so happy he got this job, but at the same time I am so scared, nervous, and anxious because since he asked me for divorce, we are going to be separate. Well, I went to Mexico for 3 weeks after he asked me. He wanted to get divorced, so this is the second time we will be far away from each other. I am scared because I finally will see how my future it's going to be without him. I am nervous to go on labor and don't have him there with me for the second time. I mean, my mom will be there, but it's not the same. I really need him with me. I want to share this last experience together. Also, I am sad because I feel like he is not going to keep talking with this new friend more than me. I hope this new chapter in his life make him realize we can still work things out. I hope he misses me and his son. I don't know, I am very emotional and I have lots of thoughts, good ones and bad ones. Some other times when he was deployed I knew we were together and we had each other, but this time it is completely different. I just hope this helps us in some way, I really do. My comment: what do you think about the final ending of the 10-part story, and what advice you got for OP number 2? Comment down how you feel, sub and bell, and let's keep moving forward in our relationship.